You are going to want to pay attention to what I have to say in this video before you sell a single piece of silver from your stack. I'll explain why in this video as we explore. For me, I'm a buyer. I'm not really much on selling anything, really. There has been rare occasions where I've done that, or I've traded in for other things, maybe at a local coin shop or among friends or individuals, but it's a very rare instance for me. But nonetheless, there are things that I know you should do before you sell. And I think what I'm going to share with you in this video, I think will be of some good information before you decide to sell. Now first, before we get into it too much, I want to show you later in the video what I just recently bought from my local coin shop and another really cool piece of silver that I think you'll find quite interesting. So stay tuned for that. But what I'm going to tell you now is really, I think, eye-opening, because when you sell your silver, many people think that you just got to go and get rid of it quick. And I think that's not the best avenue to take, even if you need the money quickly. That's right. You should always stop and assess your situation and assess your options first. Now, most people, when they sell, they are doing it mostly because they have to, for one reason or another. In other words, they don't have enough of these in order to make ends meet. Now, what is this? This is what I refer to as unsound money. That's right. I believe it is money, not just currency. And in fact, 58% of the world agrees. It is fungible. It is a store of value. That is the one thing that we think about when we think about money. But most silver stackers don't think of it as a store of value because it's losing value every year and every month. And that's probably one of the reasons why we're seeing silver's price rise so much now. And it's also why many people are selling right now. But when you think about a store of value, what does that necessarily mean if that value is leaving? In other words, this thing is worth a whole lot less today than it was a year ago and 2 years ago. And so why would you hold on to these? Well, you hold on to these so you don't have to liquidate this. However, with the prices rising, it is so tempting to want to sell. I can't tell you how many people, when silver was at $26, $27 an ounce, that said, as soon as it hits 30, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm selling my silver. Well, those people are probably kicking themselves right now when silver is pushing $41.50. Of course, by the time you see this video, who knows where it's going to be? We just don't know. And so many people thought, well, it'll never get back up to there again. And of course, you have people like me now who highly doubt that it's going to get to $50 this year, although it could. And so timing your selling is very, very important. But I think that right now, with the prices rising so fast, we are seeing a lot of people sell their silver. I know from anecdotally, my local coin shop is indeed seeing a lot of people come in and selling their silver now. And I think it's a mistake to sell large portions of it. But if you're in need of these because you didn't save enough of these to protect yourself, well, you need to sell. And there's other situations where an emergency can come up. Totally understandable in that case. Or if you want to just take profits with a portion of your stack. And let's say you want to sell off just maybe 20, 30% of it. You still have a core stack. That's totally understandable. There's one member of this community who did sell off a lot of his silver in order to help buy a house for his mother. That's laudable and praiseworthy. I think that's great. And he took some profits to do it. But overall, I'm really kind of against selling overall because I believe in having some wealth outside of the system, because there's more to silver than just its price, folks. And there really is something special about the metal. However, if you need to sell, the best thing to do is to shop around. I honestly think that the place you should go to the last is your local coin shop. It's so easy to take your silver down there and to sell it. But they're going to give you much less for it these days. Many people have complained about that in the comment section of my videos. understandably so. But the thing is local coin shops, they need to make money too. And so there's a glut of it at these local coin shops, especially of the constitutional variety, which is why most of what you see here is constitutional. So, and this is why they can sell it cheap. Enter what I just got at my local coin shop recently here. This is a silver $50, another Walking Liberty $50 that I got for just under spot price. Many coin shops are selling constitutional silver for under spot price these days. Why? Because there's a whole lot of people selling it, and they're trying to get rid of it before they send it off to refiners to get melted down. I'm trying to prevent that, at least as much as I can, by acquiring some silver. Now, that was a purchase I made the other day that I didn't show you. Here's a purchase I made just recently, just within the last day or two. I got better dimes here. These are Winged Liberty dimes. One of them really nice condition here that I got for right at spot price. How often can you say that you can get a really nice, brilliantly uncirculated dime for right at spot price? Hardly ever. But my local coin shop was very gracious and gave it to me, gave me the deal because they're seeing a lot of it come in. And some of it they're sending it back to refiners or to other larger dealers who may send it to be melted down, maybe not. They can't afford to hold on to it because they can't move it quick enough because of the rising spot price, so they're sending it off to be refined or to a refiner that will probably melt it down. Then I got another dime, one more, that I got for well under spot. So there's another one there. So throw that in there. This coin is an amazing tribute to Samuel Colt by Spectres. They never disappoint, not only with the quality, but the subject matter of a variety of different topics. And this one here is the Samuel Colt silver piece here with a certificate of authenticity. It is a 2-ounce collectible coin. And just an amazing limited mintage to 500. Absolutely incredible packaging and design and craftsmanship, as you can see in this piece, with a slight antique finish to it. And this is actually the reversed side design. This is Samuel Colt, who is a father of the revolver, profound, revolutionized the world with his revolving chamber firearm. Yes, indeed. Now, the reversed design features a finely rendered portrait of Samuel Colt holding his iconic 1851 Colt Navy revolver with his engraved signature alongside him there, as you can see there. Now, we stands an early gun manufacturing machine and nod to his role in pioneering modern arms production. And behind him, there's a reproduction of Colt's original U.S. patent number 7629, granted on September the 10th, 1850, that captures the revolutionary mechanics of the revolving chamber. And the outer border of the coin is stylized with interlocked gear motifs representing the industrial age that helped define Colt's invention there. So very well thought out craftsmanship and manufacturing on the side with a nice detailed portrait that you can see there. Now the obverse here is really profound with a great 3D depth here looking there. It's pretty wild to see. It takes us inside of the armory, the Colt Armory, Colt's historic firearms manufacturing complex. We can see that Colt is shown in the center of his desk, deep in thought, contemplating blueprints and refining gun components, symbolizing the relentless mind of an inventor. And then we can see male and female workers fill the factory floor, echoing historic references from period imagery. Even in the ceiling pays homage to American pride, with striped banners surrounding the coat of arms of Samoa, integrating the legal tender marked into the coin's historic scene. This 2-ounce 3/9 fine silver coin is struck in antiqued ultra-high relief, measuring 45 millimeters in diameter. It's limited to 500 pieces and issued in 2025. A profound piece indeed. So as you look at this, and thanks again to Spectres Mint for sending this along to me, if you want to save $20, just use the code SAL20 when you go to checkout for this piece here indeed. But beautiful, and little bits at a time. It adds up. And if you can get this stuff for under spot, you're doing okay, especially considering that it was only a few years ago when constitutional silver was hard to come by, and it was selling for a lot more than spot price. That's how the market works. It fluctuates, and right now it is a buyer's market. If you want to buy, this is a good time to do it. In some aspects, even with the prices rising, you're paying less. For the most part, there are occasions where some products like Eagles are still selling for a little bit of a premium on them, but largely I'm being agile and I'm buying some of the old silver, constitutional silver that's selling for very close to spot and usually under. So that's the kind of silver, by the way, I would not be selling back. Just for your information, because you're going to get a whole lot less than spot for it. So if you're going to sell any of your silver, find stuff that you can get closer to spot for, or maybe even a little bit more if you can find a place to be able to buy it for that. A local coin shop is going to be the last place that I would look for something like that to occur. This is why online dealers are probably your better bet, and if you're going to do it. And this channel sponsor, Summit Metals, they also buy silver and gold for cash. Indeed, they do. And they have a very easy process. They just updated their website to be able to handle this because they know that a lot of people are selling now. And again, I think it's something you should only do if there's a great opportunity for you to profit and be able to use that money to pay down debt or whatever use you deem valuable to be able to make that to justify the selling of your silver or for a desperate need. They have competitive prices if you were to sell back to them in Summit Metals. So check out their website. If you just click on the Sell to Us tab at the very top right-hand side, just right next to services, you will see the process. It's an easy 3-step process, and they have listed all the major products that they will buy back from you, and they'll probably buy back stuff that's not even on this list. But you can see their competitor prices right there. It's good to shop around. I'm encouraging you to do that, but give them a shot and give them a try. See if they have the best price for whatever you're trying to sell back to them. They also will buy platinum too, which is a lot less liquid, by the way, but they're willing to take platinum as well. So they have a lot of different stuff that they've got priced right there that you can see. Now, that's first and foremost, and you may find these prices very competitive. In fact, you may find that another dealer may have a little more competitive prices on some of these items. Either way, it matters not. Because if you mention my name, if you say Uncle Sal sent me, or Salivate Metal, or Sal sent me to you, if you email them at sales@summit-metals.com, they will give you a better price than what's listed. I think they're going to do this just for this month. So if you are in a situation where you need to sell any of your gold, silver, or platinum, at least give them a try and see if they can be competitive when buying. I think that is really profound. It's good to shop around whenever you need to sell. And again, it's something that I don't generally recommend. And I think if you must sell, it's always good to hold on to a core stack. A never sell, a perma-stack they call it. I believe in that thoroughly. And I'm one of those that is a stacker for life for the most part. It's going to be a very unusual situation or dire situation if I'm going to sell. I believe in having wealth outside of the system. There's power in that, and I believe that so much, which is why I've never really been much on selling. But if you must, then I think your most competitive, the place you're going to get the best deal is somewhere online. So I hope this helps you. If you ever do need to explore that option, I would encourage you not to explore that option for the most part, but again, I understand the circumstances and situations that arise because I've experienced it myself where maybe you need to sell from time to time or you want to sell to take profits for a good reason. But nonetheless, there's power in stacking, there's power in holding, and diamond hands are quite powerful indeed. I think I've got them. But check out the options there at summitmetals.com. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. Hope you found this video informative, insightful, and educational. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to each and every one of you for taking the time to watch, and to encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.